are untouchable. We are unstoppable, and we are undisputed.
Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be a rant or a discussion or what exactly this video is going to really turn out to be, but WWE has announced they will be returning to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on June 7th for WWE Super ShowDown. Wasn't that show in Australia Super ShowDown? So this will be the third Saudi Arabia WWE pay-per-view, and oh boy, were the last ones amazing. Let's just take a little bit of a rewind here.
Yeah, it's rewind time. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
At the first one, we had the greatest Royal Rumble, which was a 50-man Royal Rumble, and it meant absolutely nothing. Braun Strowman won, and he really did nothing with the win. And we also had Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, which is the reason that WWE held off on giving Roman Reigns the title way back at that year's WrestleMania, because apparently it was going to happen on that night. But no, Brock Lesnar retained the WWE Universal Championship. And then last year, we had Crown Jewel, which featured the in-ring return of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels returned in Saudi Arabia for a tag team match. There is literally so much wrong with that statement. Oh, but don't worry, Shane McMahon also won a tournament to crown the best wrestler in the world.
What?
And if that doesn't get any better, Roman Reigns was now out with his leukemia and had to give up the Universal Championship only for Brock Lesnar to win it back. I remember watching this show. I filmed an entire rant video about it. I don't think I ended up putting it on YouTube for whatever reason, but that was the most angry I had ever been after watching a WWE show, or actually not even watching it, reading the results because I was in school. And now WWE have announced this show for June 7th, which, by the way, I'll say it right now, I'm 100% not going to watch this. It's probably going to be a weird ass time that I'm supposed to be in school, but I also won't be in school because it's the day of my senior prom. So yeah, there's like a 0% chance that I'm going to want to watch this show, and I really don't see them putting a match on the card that's going to change it. Judging by the fact that the first time they went to Saudi Arabia, the Prince was requesting wrestlers that he wanted to be on the show, and two of the first ones he said were the Ultimate Warrior and Yokozuna, who, by the way, if you did not know, passed away years ago. How long has it been since this so-called Prince has even watched a wrestling show? And I'm not even going to get into all the controversial things that happened in Saudi Arabia last year with that journalist. That's just something I'm going to avoid. But if I was a wrestler, I would honestly be scared to go there. Sami Zayn was actually unable to compete there for his religious beliefs, and no women are allowed on the card there because women just do not have the same rights they have here there. So I really do not understand why the WWE has kept this deal with them. Whenever that controversial thing happened with the journalist last year, WWE actually removed the wording Saudi Arabia from any advertisements for the show. They were just calling it Crown Jewel. They weren't saying like where it was taking place. So I feel like if you're that ashamed, why are you going back there? Saudi Arabia is not a good place to hold a wrestling show. Sure, it's gonna make you a lot of money, which clearly they're gonna need if all the ratings keep going down, but how desperate really is WWE? Why are they going back to Jeddah? But anyway, let's put that all aside. Let's get into the three matches we know so far for this show. First of all, in a first time ever matchup, Randy Orton versus the bright young superstar Triple H. How many times have we seen this match? And don't tell me that we need to see it again, because this is nowhere near going to be the level of their matches that they had in 2009. Both of them are getting older, Triple H especially. And I just don't see any reason why any real wrestling fan would want to see Randy Orton versus Triple H yet again. There are so many other superstars on the WWE roster that Triple H has never faced that you could put him in the ring with and they'd put on a great match. But that's clearly not their goal in Saudi Arabia. It's just to shove a bunch of names out there so the Prince will get excited and give them like $7 billion. Aside from that, we have a 50-man battle royal. Not a Royal Rumble, so no, they're not going to be coming in like one by one. 50 superstars are going to start in the ring at one time and start throwing each other over the top rope. My question is, how are they going to get 50 guys in there? They've obviously got to pull some people from maybe NXT or NXT UK, but then again, nobody in Saudi Arabia is going to have any idea who those people are. Or are we just going to get a whole bunch of jobbers? We're going to have all members of the Ascension. Titus O'Neil will be in there. You know, just a bunch of worthless competitors who no one's going to care about and are going to get chucked out within 5 minutes. I believe WWE did one time do a 50-man battle royale on a SmackDown episode way back, and it wasn't really that good. So I don't really see why they're doing this other than to just get everybody on the show and give them a payday. And finally, the match that is rumored to main event. Now this actually is a dream match for most people. It's not for me because honestly I've never ever liked Goldberg, but the match is Goldberg versus The Undertaker. Now this is a dream match, say if it was 2003, but this is not a dream match for 2019. The Undertaker can barely wrestle for 2 minutes. He can barely wrestle at all. All of his recent matches have been awful. The last time I genuinely think he had a safe performance where it didn't look like he was almost going to die in the ring was WrestleMania 29 against CM Punk. He should have retired years ago, honestly, when he lost the streak, and I don't know why he's still here to this day. He wasn't at WrestleMania, but they're gonna book him for Saudi Arabia. It's really just insulting the fans' intelligence. And you can't tell me Goldberg is going to carry him to like a 5-star match. I mean, maybe you'll think it's 5 stars. I don't really like to go by the Meltzer system because he's one person. You can have your own opinion, obviously. It's gonna be awful. There is just not one single thing on this card that I'm looking forward to right now. And I'm guessing with that Battle Royal, they're gonna have to throw just about everybody else in there, so we'll be lucky to maybe get 1 or 2 worthless matches. So yeah, I can't wait to see them add John Cena versus Bobby Lashley for the first time ever. And Kane and the Big Show, we definitely got to get them on there too. But man, I just really don't know what this company is doing. It's clearly insulting the intelligence of their actual passionate fans who are going to give them money year-round instead of just one night, because I guarantee no hardcore or barely any casual wrestling fan really wants to see any of these matches. Goldberg and Taker is probably going to be 5 minutes long. The 50-man Battle Royal, maybe there'll be a few cool moments, but it's probably going to be a pointless winner. Randy Orton versus Triple H, we've seen it how many times before. They're both getting old, they're both slowing down. It's going to be nowhere near as good as their matches in the past. And you see, this is one of the reasons why I haven't been posting videos lately. The WWE product is garbage. It doesn't make me want to film videos whatsoever. Raw and SmackDown this week, I believe, are in London. I'm just going to read the results because I'm not going to waste 5 hours of my life watching a product that is consistently garbage. Money in the Bank is the pay-per-view this month. Money in the Bank for the longest time was my favorite pay-per-view, but they've ruined it the last few years. And I guarantee it's going to get pushed down, and they're already going to start building up to Saudi Arabia as soon as possible. So that's my little rant. That's why the WWE Saudi Arabia deal is garbage, and why this show is going to be probably the worst WWE pay-per-view of the year. And I encourage wrestling fans everywhere who have the network to not watch this show, because that's the only way WWE is going to get the message, is if we stop watching the shows. We can sit here and watch it and complain about it all we want, which I mean I do with Raw and SmackDown. But with this show, WWE really needs to get the message, and therefore I will not be watching WWE Super ShowDown 2. Anyways, end of rant. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all very soon. Or maybe there is a way we can get this show canceled.